Politics are getting personal for more Americans on both sides of the political aisle. A recent CBS News poll found the number of Democrats and Republicans with negative views of the other party is growing. Unfavorable ratings hit almost 90% on each side in recent years, but a group that calls itself Better Angels is now trying to bridge the gap. People with differing opinions from the same community talk face-to-face to ease tensions. Don Dahler visited one meeting in Lebanon, Ohio, where 14 people on both sides of the debate over gun control and the Second Amendment come together. Don, good morning. So it is possible to have a
good morning.
Same conversation.
You know, honestly, this will give you some hope.
Yeah,
sincerely. It was a great experience. In this climate, there doesn't seem to be a more divisive topic than gun control. And folks in our meeting in Ohio were prepared to battle it out. One man told us he was expecting a firestorm. But these men and women did take on their better angels, and, well, a very constructive conversation ensued.
I am red. I voted for Trump.
I would describe myself as a fierce partisan for blue.
At Better Angels meetings,
I'm a red.
I'm a blue.
The colors are drawn and the conversation is equally split.
The idea is to stick to our own views and let others describe theirs.
David Lapp leads the discussion and enforces the rules. This one is in what's called a fishbowl. The red's on the inside and the blues listening on the outside.
So where do you stand on the gun rights, gun control issue? Who wants to go first?
I am adamantly, seriously upset when people start to try to infringe on that Second Amendment. It really does disturb me.
We're in a spiritual battle. This is not a battle of anything else. It is a battle of good and evil.
Training, training, training.
I know with my grandchildren, when I travel in some areas, first thing I say, do we have our guns? Because I want to be able to protect them.
The Reds then have to confront downsides to their ideas.
Are we willing to pay more taxes to put more security cameras in our schools?
Next comes the blue team.
I don't see myself in the Second Amendment, although I recognize it's there.
It should be like every other amendment in the Bill of Rights, that it's not absolute.
Why don't we have extreme vetting for owning a gun?
But they also had to face the downsides.
Will there be a black market? Sure there will be.
Not only is it going to involve more funding, it's going to involve more bureaucracy.
They, too, found that challenging.
I don't see a downside.
This group in Lebanon has been having these tough conversations for over a year and a half, and they recognize it hasn't been easy.
Whether you're blue, red, doesn't matter. At the table, you want to see something happen. And we all, I think, realize that doesn't come free.
Before I came, I was just thinking that the other side would just be like very status quo. And I think the openness to understanding that there is an issue in that proper training could help was a start.
So far, over 1,000 people have taken part in the workshops reaching 31 states. Almost 150 towns and cities will be launching workshops this year.
Is this more therapy than debate?
It's not so much a debate as it is to be enlightened, because we have so many stereotypes. This gives us a chance to see that it's not really the way it is.
There were times when I saw the listening group, I saw clenched jaws, I saw pins being bent. How hard is it not to say, no, wait a minute, that's not right?
It's hard. It's really hard.
You have to listen. It's extremely educational just to hear what comes out of different people, including my own red friends.
Is there a part of you that you really want to try to convince the other side? You want to change some minds?
You know, if we were having this discussion on the outside, I'd be chomping at the bit to go after someone's throat. That's not the objective here. The objective is to try to see where we have common ground. So when you say therapy, it is a kind of therapy for us. But my idea is to pass this therapy on, because this country needs that kind of therapy.
That therapy created a friendship between Greg Smith, a self-described Christian conservative, and Kuyar Mustashfi, an immigrant from Iran, by confronting stereotypes.
He said, you go first. I said, I have 4 initials for you, 4 letters, ISIS. I didn't have to say it. Kuyar said, stop right there. He said, my religion has been hijacked. I said, you stop right there. Mine has too. And so from that point on, we were able to look for common ground. Now we travel together, we eat together, we even pray together.
Despite what Many people think Americans are very united. We just need to demonstrate that to the country. And unfortunately, only our differences are being portrayed.
Now, by the end of the evening, the group found the similarities were that they all wanted to protect their children and grandchildren, and they all thought training for gun owners was essential. They also told us unanimously that the media were to blame for the hyper-partisanship in America.
Why do they feel that way, Don?
Because they are in their own echo chambers.
Yes.
And these echo chambers blame each other. And what this group does is it helps people see each other as human beings first.
Yeah.
You might have political dissent, but you're human beings. And the interesting thing is some of them came into this with stereotypes about each other. They thought all Republicans were racist. They thought all Democrats were just wanted to tax me until I didn't have anything left.
Right.
And they found that those stereotypes are not true.
Right. Yeah. You got to get out of your echo chambers.
Yes.
That's why it's so important to do stories like this.
We could all use a few more therapy sessions, Don. Thank you.